Welcome, everyone, to the Better Love Movement podcast, where you will finally learn how to intentionally do dating and relationships right. My name is Anita Stoudemire, and I'm a licensed professional therapist and your personal love mentor. I've worked with thousands of singles and couples, giving them the skills needed to attract and keep the amazing love they desire. It's my heart's work to help people to get the skills needed to not only become the very best versions of themselves, but to help them grow and evolve emotionally and relationally. You can absolutely have the romantic relationship of your dreams. Come and let me show you how. Hey everybody, it's Anita with Better Love Movement, and I am back this week with episode number 74. It is entitled The Strong and Independent Woman Facade. So, if you are anywhere living in the world right now, you are familiar with the COVID-19 pandemic that is sweeping our world. And right now, here in the United States, we are leading the cases for COVID-19 or the coronavirus. And we're entering week 3 here in my state of being locked down, having limited stores open and schools closed and people working from home. And it has really been quite the change. I believe it is something that could actually benefit us if we kind of reframe this time, if we really restructure and reframe this time. We can use this time to really get some amazing outcomes on the other side. So I am hoping that all of you out there are taking this time, as difficult as it may be for some, for those who are remaining healthy and who are able to work from home, who are able to help their children with their schoolwork from home, who are not experiencing any financial strain right now. I'm hoping that you take this opportunity to really do some self-reflection and become more self-aware during this time. So I know for me, I am developing a new course, and I am also getting ready to start a coaching program, a free coaching program for the month of April for my ladies. And I am super excited to do these calls. I'm going to do one call a week, every week in the month of April, preparing my ladies to become feminine power masters and to get ready when this lockdown is over and the world opens back up and they are ready to go back out there and date and meet healthy masculine men. I want them to have the skills necessary to actually navigate the dating and relationship scene in a healthy way. So I'm super, super excited about that. If you are a lady and you are interested in learning more about feminine energy and feminine power mastery, please join us. Send me an email at info@betterlovemovement.com. Let me know that you are interested in being on the coaching call every week. It will be Monday evenings at 9:00 p.m. And you will receive the Zoom personal meeting code so you can join us on that call every week. I'm going to send you through email your homework. It's really fun. It's something that's really going to help you get clear, get really concise on what it is you want and what you want to see show up in your life. So it's going to be a lot of fun, but it's also going to help you get to a better place. If you really struggled with relationships or with dating or men, this is going to help you tremendously. I guarantee it. And you will have the opportunity to work with me one-on-one after this is over. So send me your name and email address to info@betterlovemovement.com, and I cannot wait for you to be a part of the coaching call. So we are in episode 74. Again, it is entitled The Strong and Independent Woman Facade. I cannot believe I have not talked about this before now. This is something that I mention quite a bit with my coaching clients in terms of the language that they use when they're talking about themselves, their life, their accomplishments. A lot of women will use this when they're saying to me, I don't know why I'm struggling so much. I'm a good woman. I'm a strong, independent woman. I'm successful and I have all these wonderful things in my life. I don't know why it's so hard for me to meet a man or maintain a relationship. And so I hear this a lot, that a woman is strong and independent. And that has become somewhat of a battle cry for women. And a lot of women will even tell me that they believe that them being strong and independent or being successful intimidates men. And we've heard that a lot. Maybe about 10 or 15 years ago, I might have even been a woman who said that. And now I realize that that is not the case. And so I want to dispel this myth and talk with you a little bit about the weight that phrase will have on you over time. Just being able to say that you are strong and independent. That's going to wear you down and wear you out. And as a feminine energy woman, it will not help you to embrace true partnership. And that is really what's important if you're going to be in a healthy relationship with a healthy masculine man. So I'm going to read to you the definitions of independent, right? So the definition of the word independent and the definition of the word partnership. And the truth of the matter is this: independence and partnership cannot exist in the same space. And so, ladies, if you are seeking or positioning to be in a healthy relationship, to be partnered, to be married, engaged, to have a family, it will require you becoming interdependent. It will require partnership because that is what healthy relationship is. It is give and get, right? It does require something of you and you will receive something. There will be some reciprocity. But when we shout this battle cry, I am strong and independent, I'm curious to know what women are really thinking, what they're really feeling when they're saying that. And remember, if you are going to become a healthy feminine energy woman, you're going to embrace being vulnerable. Vulnerability is not a bad thing. That's not a dirty word. You want to be seen as patient, passive, and vulnerable. And you want to open yourself up to allowing a man to give and do for you. That is going to be the natural order of things. You don't want to say to him, so here are some of the attitudes that come along with this battle cry, this I'm a strong, independent woman. Some of the attitudes include the I got it, oh, I got it, oh, no, thank you, right? I've talked about this before. A man wants to help you with something or give you something or do something for you, and you say, oh, no, thanks, I've got it. I can do it. Or when women are in a group with each other, they will say things like, oh, well, I don't need a man. I don't need anybody. I don't need help, right? I can take care of myself, because I'm a strong, independent woman. And I want you to understand something about words like that, is because I believe words have so much power. They have great power. That energetically, you're sending out this signal that is repelling healthy masculine men. And here's the thing you need to know most of all. Masculine men are natural givers. They're natural doers. They want to give to you and do for you. They want to know where they fit in your life. They want you to be successful. They want you to have a wonderful, happy life all on your own. They want you to be passionate about something. They want you to be accomplished. They want to know that you're responsible, that you're going to take care of what is yours to take care of. But they also want to know where they fit into that. What's my place? What can I add of value to your life? And that's where I want you to open yourself wide up. Where can this man add value to your life? And I want you to allow that to happen. Think of all the things, make a list of them. All the things that you do, but you don't want to do, or that you hate doing. And just be ready to just hand that stuff right on over to your partner. So yes, if you are single, if you are unmarried, if you live alone, sure, we know you can do lots of things. I can do a lot of things. I am extremely capable. I am truly a Renaissance woman in the sense of I love to cook, I can clean, I know how to work a drill, I can build things, I like to garden, I love animals, I take care of my children, I can do things on my car, I can do a lot of things. I love landscaping, I can cut my grass, I can do a lot of different things. But honestly, there are a lot of things that I do that I don't want to do, that I don't like doing. I do it because I have to. I'm the only adult person in my home, but I don't want to do those things. I would gladly turn that over. I would gladly welcome the partnership of a person who's like, yeah, I love washing the car every weekend. I love detailing the car. I love working outside and making sure the grass looks great. I love, fixing things and building things and doing things. I love doing this. I love doing that. Oh, I would happily say, please take this, off of my plate, please. I would welcome that. And then some, right? I want you to be open to this idea of partnering and what that's going to mean. So I'm going to read to you these definitions, and you're going to see that one is totally different than the other. And if partnership is what you desire, if marriage is what you desire, if healthy relationship is what you desire, I want you to kind of ease back on this mantra, ease back on this battle cry, because our words have energetic power. And we could be, saying these words and sending them out there, and they are repelling what it is we also say that we want. So we've got to be more aligned. And I talk about this with my ladies in the coaching class all the time. It's important that you be aligned, that what you say, what you do, all of that is going in the same direction, right? And Andy Stanley of the Your Move podcast, he has a wonderful quote, and it is, your direction, not your intention, determines your destination. So a lot of us will say one thing, or we'll do one thing, we'll say another, and then we think we're going to end up where we want to go. But all of that has to be aligned. It's not enough to say all men are dogs, and then your intention is, well, I want to get married. Those two things don't line up. You're not aligned in what you want and what you're saying and what you're doing. And then what women are doing could be something totally different, right? All men are dogs. I'm allowing men to come into my life and not take me on official dates, to just go over to their house and hang out, or have them come over to mine. I'm sleeping with them. And then I'm saying I want to get married. None of those things align. That is the most misaligned thing I've ever heard, ever seen, but yet I hear it and see it all the time. So, independent definition, not dependent, such as not subject to control by others, self-governing, not affiliated with a larger controlling uniton, not requiring or relying on something or someone else, not looking to others for one's opinions or for guidance in conduct, not requiring or relying on others as for care or livelihood, being enough to free one from the necessity of working for a living. So independent means, okay. Showing a desire for freedom. That's interesting. So those are some definitions for independent. And so a definition of partnership: the state of being partnered, a legal relation existing between two or more persons, contractually associated as joint principals in a business. The persons joined together in a partnership, a relationship resembling a legal partnership and usually involving close cooperation between two parties, having specified and joint rights and responsibilities. Wow. Okay, so that one, yeah, partnership. So think about how different those definitions are. They're like night and day. And so if you're saying that you're independent and you're strong, but yet you're saying you want partnership, those two things are misaligned. And remember, it's these attitudes. It's these attitudes of, I don't need a man, I got this, I don't need help, I don't need you. It's those attitudes that are a turnoff to men. In the month of January, when we did Man Crush Month, we talked a lot about, the different attitudes and things that turn men off. And I know this is one of them. And one of the things I told one of my clients, which, her mouth flew open when I said it, but I told her, I said, when I go on dates, I don't sit down and rattle off my resume to a man. I don't even say what I do unless asked, because I'm there to connect. I'm there to see if there's a connection. I'm there to see if there's interest, there's chemistry, there's, compatibility. I'm there to see if energetically we're on the same plane. That's really what I'm trying to figure out first. My resume has nothing to do with me being a feminine energy woman, me bringing my feminine energy to a masculine energy man. That's really what I'm leading with. That's the most important thing in that moment. And then as we get to know each other more, as he gets to know what I do for a living, he gets to know who I am as a person. Am I a person of integrity? Am I responsible and accountable? He's going to get to know more about me. But in terms of my resume, I don't even understand why that's something I would want to discuss on the first date, because I'm still trying to feel out this man's energy, and I want him to feel out my energy if we're even a possible match. And so, saying that I own two businesses, or what I do for a living, or where I live, or what I have, or how much money I make, I'm not really sure how that's helpful in determining if we're a great fit for each other. Because, as we well know, just like a woman can be very beautiful on the outside, on the inside of her, it can be very ugly. And a man, while he may, appear to have it all together, he may drive a nice car and he may have a nice job and make a lot of money, on the inside, he may be very disdainful, not someone that I would want anything to do with. So we got to be willing to dig a little bit deeper and see if energetically we're a good match, if we're a good fit, and we can, have that yin and yang, that balance. That's really what I'm looking for immediately. I'm looking to see if there is balance, if we are comfortable in our roles, if those roles create balance in us. And then I kind of fan out from there and determine, okay, this is the relationship I would like to have. And can this person give me that relationship based on more information that I find out? So I don't normally lead at all with what I do. Unless I am asked, I don't go into a long speech about, what I do, how many degrees I have. I don't do that. I talk about other things. I try to determine a man's values and his integrity. I try to see if there's curiosity there on my part, if there's any part of me that's curious about this person, like especially once the date is over. Do I give more thought to this person and getting to know them better and what they're about, or not? I always tell women that's a huge sign for me that if I leave a date and days go by and I don't think about this man until he calls me, that's going to tell me a lot. Okay. I have to have a genuine interest and curiosity about a person for it to be something. And if it just like, I don't even think about this person in passing, that's telling me a lot. That there is just no connection there. There's no chemistry. The person could be very nice and be wonderful, but just, that's what I need on top of all these other things that I encourage my ladies to look for. And then, of course, we have the idea that, the strong, independent woman who is pretty much doing it all. She's doing it all to have it all. And you all know my mantra. I believe we can have it all without doing it all. I'm not interested in doing it all, but I am interested in receiving and being receptive to a healthy masculine partner, someone who wants to give and do and, fits like a puzzle piece and provides and adds value to the life that I have. And hey, if they're willing to take some things off of my plate, oh gosh, yes, I would love that. That's what I want for every woman. I want her to be in a true healthy partnership and beyond. That, remember, that is the minimum you should expect when engaging with a man. And if you are engaging with a man and you are not in a partnership, you are not in a give and get, a reciprocal give and get, if you're doing more giving than you are getting, stop. Do not pass go. Just politely say, this doesn't work for me. This is not working for me. I'm interested in a partnership. And right now, I am giving more than I'm getting. And just be very frank about that. And some people will try to make you feel bad about that. Let me tell you, some men will try to trigger you about that. Do not fall for it. Do not fall for it. You stand firm on, love is unconditional, relationship is not. And for me to be in relationship with a person, I need to feel reciprocity. I need to feel equity. There's some equitable exchange here. And that is not happening. I am giving more. I am doing more. This is not, in my opinion, an equitable partnership. So don't let a man talk you off of that or tell you, that you're selfish or that right now, he needs help or whatever the case may be. I don't even understand it. I can't. But require reciprocity, require some give and take. And that is what true interdependence is. And let me tell you, you want to know what strong is? Strong is interdependent. Strong is knowing that when you have another person there to support you, to help you, to catch you when you fall, to help you do things that would be extremely difficult if you did them alone. That is true strength. Being interdependent with someone is true strength. So be mindful, ladies, about the strong and independent, that mantra. It is a facade. It will wear you out. We're seeing it more and more now. Women are turning toward hypergamy as this, hypergamy has always been a thing, but they're kind of going back to that because I believe that the pendulum swung on the other side, this strong and independent, almost feminist side that said, I can do everything, I can have everything, I can be everything to everybody. That's exhausting. And that's not the feminine way. You will lose your glow. You will lose your sensuality, your sexuality, your softness. You will lose the best part of yourself. And then you will find that masculine men, are not attracted. They're not attracted to a masculine energy woman or a woman who has this attitude of, I need to have all this control. I need to run everything. I can do it all. I don't need you. Healthy masculine men are not attracted to that. They want to give and do. And that makes them feel good as men. And gosh, I want them to feel good as men. I believe that a woman who makes a man feel good about himself, that's a man that isn't going anywhere, because he can't get that everywhere. He will leave you if he ever does. I doubt it, but if he ever did, he would come across a lot of masculine women out in the world and think, wow, I don't even feel good about myself. I don't feel like a true man with some of these women. He'll come running right back. He will run right back, because that's not something he can get from just anybody. So allow him to do that. Allow him his own space to be a masculine energy man. There is no competing. That is another very negative attitude that the strong, independent woman comes with. This competing, this either it's controlling or it's competing. And again, there is no such thing in romantic relationship. There's relationship. Now, if I want to go out into the world and compete at the job with another person for a promotion, that's a different story. But in my relationship with my man, no, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. I'm going to lean back. I'm going to allow him to give and do for me. We are going to have an equitable partnership that remains full of spice, full of spark, full of that polarity. That is the good stuff that I want you to have. So make this very small tweak, which is I want you to give up saying that I am a strong and independent woman. Honestly, if you are an adult and you're out here adulting and doing things that adults do, which is, being responsible, going to work, coming home, paying your bills, keeping up your home or what have you, that goes without saying. You don't need to use that as the battle cry. You are, responsible. You're taking care of what is yours to take care of. So you don't need to keep saying that. I want you to be open to partnership. I want you to be open to an interdependent relationship. And I want you to determine what that looks like for you in terms of where does the man fit. So I have a list of things that I, let a healthy masculine man come into my life, and I will gladly give him that entire list. Like I already know what it is. And if there's more on top of that, he can do more. But at no point am I going to say, okay, well, I've been doing all of these things and now I'm going to keep doing all of these things. I don't need you. I'm not going to say that, because I require a partnership, a healthy, equitable partnership. That's what I want. That's what I say I want. That's the direction I want to go in. And what I'm doing and saying and thinking, all of those things are aligned. So even before I am dating or partnered, I'm going to allow other people to give to me and do for me. I'm going to allow men to open the door. I'm going to allow strangers to offer to carry things for me. If they say, oh, can I get that for you? You sure can. I am open and receptive to receiving. That is the feminine way. So this is one of the first tools, one of the first things I have to work on with my female coaching clients who are, well educated, who have wonderful jobs or own wonderful businesses, who are very accomplished. We have to kind of find a way to soften that, or to allow, I should say, to open ourselves up to receiving, open ourselves up to partnership, because there are so many wonderful benefits to partnership. So that's the first thing I do, is say, what are some things that you do now that you don't like doing, you don't want to do? I have them write it down. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you had someone in your life that would take care of all of this? Wouldn't that be amazing? And I start to work with them on doing that in little small ways. They can do it with their children. You can allow your children to give and do for you. You can allow your family members, your friends. So I open them up to the possibility of partnering. I have 3 children. We all live here in the home together. And so we all play a part in helping our home to run smoothly, keeping it clean. We have a dog, we have a cat. We all take care of that. It's not just all on me. And I'm hoping one day very soon, that even financially, I have a daughter who works a job. She pays her own car insurance. That is helpful. My son is looking for a job. I have another daughter who's looking for a job. So I am open. I am open to them, financially contributing. I am just open. So I am not going to, say I am a strong and independent woman, that I can do it all. No, I don't want to do it all. I want to be in partnership with people because that helps me, that helps to lighten the load. So for all my ladies out there that are listening, I want you to be open to this. I want you to really explore what areas in your life right now that you would like for someone to offer assistance, to offer help, to take that off of your plate, to make your load a little lighter. Open yourself up to what that would look like and start saying, I welcome partnership. I welcome meeting a healthy masculine man and allowing him to give to me and do for me. And, it goes without saying that you are a responsible person if you're taking care of yourself and your responsibilities. So to me, you don't even have to say that. I want you to say yes, and I welcome partnering with a healthy masculine man. I really welcome being in a relationship. I welcome being in a healthy marriage. Yes, change those words and watch what happens, because words have power. They're energy. And when we use words, very negative words, words that are saying what we actually don't want to show up, but yet we wonder why that thing continues to show up. We've got to change our words. We've got to change our thoughts. Everything has to align. What we're saying, what we're doing, what we're thinking, all of that has to align if we're going to bring into our life what we really want. So I hope this was helpful this week. For everyone out there, I want you to stay well and to the best of your ability, stay sane. Take good care of yourself. I believe that one of the ways you can help combat this virus is just staying healthy, boosting your immune system, and there's many, many ways you can do that. For me, it is eating healthy, it is exercising, it is meditating, it is praying, it is doing these steam baths every day, stretching. I just have so many things that I'm doing just to keep my cells in my body strong and healthy and happy. Being happy, laughter, I believe that's a part of it, laughing and really feeling good, feeling joy. I think all of that stuff boosts your immune system. Getting outside in the sunlight, getting fresh air, going for walks. All of these things are going to help your immune system to stay strong. And of course, do a lot of the common sense things, which is here where I live, we are on a very restricted, there's only so many places that you can go. They don't want you to leave your home unless you absolutely have to, that sort of thing. So use common sense. I mean, I've been getting out. I'm still seeing clients in my office 2.5 days a week. I go to the grocery store. I went to the Lowe's the other day because we needed to buy a microwave. But, I'm careful. I am washing my hands. I'm using hand sanitizer. Sometimes I'm wearing gloves and, practicing social distancing. So I use common sense, but at the same time, I don't believe you should be filled with fear, that you should fear this, because I don't think that's good for your mind or your body or your cells. We don't want to put fear in your cells. We want to put, common sense, just using good common sense and strengthening your immune system and being in joy, being happy. That's the most important thing. So take good care of yourself this week. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, stay open to love. Thank you for listening to today's podcast episode. If you are enjoying this podcast, please leave me a 5-star rating and review. Your ratings and reviews help me to continue to bring you more great content. Head on over to YouTube and check out the Better Love Movement channel. There's more video content there, and you can subscribe to be notified when a new video is posted. If you have a question that you would like to have answered on the podcast or in a YouTube video, please send it to me at info@betterlovemovement.com. You can also connect with me directly on the Magnify app to have your dating and relationship questions answered. That's MAGNIFI, and it's available on iOS and Android. You get your first 5 minutes for free. So give me a call and let's chat.